Hi guys. Today I'm just gonna talk about Valorant today. Today the main topic is the how to improve the engineers' productivity, and there's kind of research paper of it, like from the Google. So if you look at this part, this document talks about what improves developer productivity at Google. So, but the answer is just the code quality, but also the code quality. But there's a lot of things. But I think the core, really important thing is that I read a bunch up here, but the most important, like the thing interesting part is that the logs data. The Google, they put the log, they make a logging system for their engineers, and they check the productivity from that data, and that is really kind of surprising to me. So they're figuring out their best to like to check the productivity. So that's kind of interesting. So also, and there's a lot of like measure of it, like code quality certification and bunch of it. But the summarization is actually like this part. Engineers who reported their tools and infrastructure were not innovative or likely to deliver low productivity. But I think there's kind of really factors of it. There's not is not kind of answer of it. But I think this part is really kind of makes sense. Example, um, the engineers who were hindered by learning a new platform, framework, technology, or infrastructure were likely to report lower productivity. And which means that the engineers who want easily to get adapt into new platform, new framework, it it's kind of be have the lower productivity. But if you look at this kind of way into this part, if you're trying to learn something like new platform, new framework, you there's some way to do it. You watch some kind of courses, or you read the documents, or you already have your own ways to adapt into new platform or framework. But those engineers don't have those kind of thing, or just watch the courses, the YouTube thing, we we eventually get the lower productivity. The reason why I think there's kind of a correlation between it, if you really learn something, you should have your own stuff. Like even at the work, if you're at the work, rather than just like trying to copy someone's work style, you should make your own to make the fit in your best optimization story. So I think there's kind of a correlation of it, and also I think this part is really important. The 14 communication metric the code review was significantly casually related to the with perceived productivity. Engineers who had more rounds of reviews, more per code review, or reported being hindered by slow code review process were likely to report lower productivity. I mean, and that's of course because I kind of have experience of working together inside a team. My best experience my as an engineer was the offline code review. I already made a PR, and I asked him I asked him, do you have time to review my code? And we just gather together. We just read we just read. I just wait, hold on. So the reviewer opens up the PR pull request, and I sit next to him. So why he giving us some kind of advices, or this kind of code is some kind of like abstract, I instantly get the advices of like code quality, and I also ask back if it is like this one is good or not. I also I tend to give my thought about like code quality. So I think my approach is this kind of way. So, but I think this kind of way is kind of important because like those kind of reasons. But he replies to me some kind of like his way of the thinking of good code quality, and which bunch of the reasons of it. Like example, like how to make code clean, like clean code book, those kind of thing. and that makes me to enhance the productivity and also the performance, because the if you if you're trying to understand the code flows and the code quality, and that's gonna be increase the next the pull request review, and that's really, and I think that is really important, because we engineers, we should write the good code, but there's no like the like the concrete the good code quality. So we should make ourselves to to get to the top of it. And I think those kind of things is important. So this kind of thing is like kind of like already known stuff. I mean, like, of course, you if you have like offline code review and with the team communication, you were able to get more productivity. I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? But what I really think of with code quality is, I know the code quality is really important. If you look at this year, the absolute effect size of the standard significance of statically the significance of the techniques. If you look at here, like the code, like with the project code quality is also really has to be really good. But I think the most prioritized of the thing, even more than code quality, is, I think, um, it's just the how to say it, the ping pong. Sometimes your PMs, you should look at the your what the project idea or project feature is gonna be. For example, your PM make some kind of feature, or some kind of request to build the screen with some kind of a lot of feature in it. For my experience, rather than think about good code quality, but rather than good quality, I ask back about those kind of feature stuff. Example, I received this kind of API, but it doesn't match with this kind of screen feature. So I ask again of it, and also, and it's, if I'm trying to make this stuff like this, the design looks like, or the feature he or she requests for, if it's gonna be like over engineering for me, example, it costs a lot, the time costs a lot, but that is not really big effect on the in this screen feature, I ask back, can I delete or not? So those kind of ping pong of that kind of feature leads me to have better, like better productivity, because sometimes you don't have to write the code that is not really necessary. All you have to do is the trying to figure out which is the best optimize your product feature, and also next step is just the code quality. I think that's kind of the problem of that thing. But if you also ignore the code quality, you end up some kind of trouble with your teammates. So I think you should make it like standard of it, rather than pushing it too hard, like 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 the balance of it. You should make a balance of it. So this is it. Have a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.